So I done it. I bought a backpack drone. I wanted a drone for hiking, for when I'm out walking, and I finally done it. I finally settled with the Parrot Bebop 2. Now, I could have bought the DJI Mavic. I know, okay, Parrot Bebop 2, DJI Mavic, are you crazy? Why did you buy the Parrot Bebop 2? Let me explain this, guys, okay? Let me explain this quite clearly. Now, the DJI Mavic just basically far exceeds the expectations of what I do need in a backpack drone. Okay, let me explain this. Now, I currently make my videos mostly in high definition. I'll probably have 720p or I may use 1080p. It's, you know, entirely my choice at the end of the day as the creator. Now, the thing is, because I don't have any interest in 4K, that was one of the reasons why I chose not to go with the DJI Mavic. Yes, I know you can downgrade to 1080, etc. But guys, again, I just don't care about 4K. Now, moving on, another reason why I didn't go with the DJI Mavic is because I own the DJI Advanced. Now, the DJI Advanced is my go-to drone when I need quality video footage for my media projects. Okay, so if I had a Mavic, then I would be scared that I would be neglecting my DJI Phantom 3 as a result. Now, I've already just invested in a second battery for the DJI Phantom 3, which was why I chose to go with the Parrot Bebop 2. Now, what did I want in the Parrot Bebop 2? Well, I wanted to have fun with my backpack drone. I wanted it to be, you know, easy to carry. I wanted it to, you know, have a long flight time. And there's many other reasons that I wanted the Parrot Bebop 2. And we'll talk about this in the actual video. So, right, let's begin. Why did I go with the Parrot Bebop 2? Guys, well, let's just have a look. It ticks all the boxes for me, right? So the Bebop 2, it has a flight time of 25 minutes. Now, when I was flying the Bebop 1, I was lucky if I got 8 minutes from this drone. Now, have a look at that battery there, okay? Now, the Bebop 1 is also a pretty unreliable drone. You know, you could switch everything on and, you know, everything just wouldn't work because, again, the Bebop 1 is just a very unreliable drone. So, you know, I understood I was taking the risk with the Bebop 2, but, you know, from what I heard of people on the internet, I thought, you know, well, you know, Parrot just may have improved it. So, again, look at the flight time, 25 minutes. So this is the Parrot Bebop 2 battery, and this is the battery of the Bebop 1. And I can tell you, it does fly for a very long time, i.e. 25 minutes. Now, the Bebop 2, it has a built-in GPS, and it has a return to home function. And this is something why I feel that a lot of people is overlooking with regards to the Parrot Bebop 2. Everybody's off, you know, on the DJI Mavic scene. Yes, I understand, but again, the DJI Mavic far exceeds my expectations. What I'm talking about is like the Unique Breeze and the, what's it called, the Zero Text Derby, you know, that kind of stuff. Now, when it comes to them as being a contender for a backpack drone, then the Parrot Bebop 2 actually does have quite a few advantages over them drones. Now, let me just show you this. So it has a built-in GPS and it has a return to home function. Not only that, but you can fly the Parrot Bebop 2 with a smartphone, a tablet, or the actual Sky Controller. Now, you've got the choice these days. You can go with the Sky Controller 1 or Sky Controller 2. Or you can go with the FPV Sky Controller. So anyway, guys, moving on, you can also plan out flight plans with your Parrot Bebop 2, and you can also insert point of interests. Now, I've been experimenting with the points of interests, and I have to say I actually really do like it with the Parrot Bebop 2, because you can pre-plan your flight plan before you actually, fly it. Whereas with the DJI Phantom 3, then you've got to, basically be in flight before you can actually set up your flight plan, i.e. waypoints. But with the Parrot Bebop 2, you can just do it direct from your smartphone or from your tablet. Now, moving on, the Bebop 2 also has the follow me mode in it. Now, I'm not too sure how good the follow me mode is, but I know that you can purchase I think it's the additional access within the app to access the Bebop Follow Me. I believe it's free as well for like 15 days trial. So again, the Bebop 2 can do a Follow Me. And moving on is that its camera. Its camera is high definition. Now, a lot of people complain about the Bebop 2 not having a very good camera, but to be honest with you guys, it is a pretty decent camera. Again, it is high definition. Yes, it's nowhere near the quality, of the DJI Phantom 3 or the DJI Mavic, but come on guys, look at the Bebop 2. It is a lot more affordable than these drones in question. For example, I paid £275 second hand for my Bebop 2, and for that price I also got a brand new official Parrot battery. Now, and I know that these batteries go for £60 if you're in the United States. Then that's going to be what? Let me just get this. Oh, it's totally gone. I'm thinking, yeah, but in the UK, it will cost about £60 for this battery. Now, for £275, I got the Bebop 2. I got a brand new battery, in addition to the battery that originally came with the Parrot Bebop drone. Now, since I've been flying the Parrot Bebop 2, then I have learnt a few things about it. Now, we're going to be comparing it with what the Bebop 1 was like. Now, I've already said it, the Bebop 1 was a very unreliable drone, full stop. It was more like hit and miss. I personally did not trust, anything about the Parrot Bebop 1 drone. The Parrot Bebop 1 drone was the drone that you took to the park, and just had a little bit of fun around the soccer pitch or the football pitch, okay? That was about it. You couldn't go any further because you just couldn't trust it. Well, I couldn't trust it. So, the Bebop 2, totally different game, totally new level. This may lack the camera quality, but it sure does not lack the flight quality when it comes to other drones that are currently on the market for backpacks. So what are the main differences / improvements that I've noticed with the Bebop 2 over the Bebop 1? Okay, first of all guys, I have to say the landing mode. The landing mode on the Parrot Bebop 2 is a lot more inquisitive than what the Bebop 1 is. Basically, on the Bebop 1, when you press the land button, this basically just dropped out of the sky. That was basically it. You press land, this would drop out of the sky. These little rubber feet you have down here which just bounce out all over the show from the hard landing. So the Bebop 2, on the other hand, that's not. Instead, that likes to come down, analyze where it is, then and then land. So the landing is superior to the Bebop 1. Not only that, but the braking system on the Parrot Bebop 2 is a lot more sharper and it's a lot more aggressive. Like with the Bebop 1, you needed to give that, if you were like flying at full speed with the Bebop 1, you need to give like 15 meters in order to stop. But you know, with the Bebop 2, again, its braking system is a lot more aggressive, so it fights in order to come to a quick halt. So the braking system is a big improvement. The next thing is the actual GPS. Now, as soon as you switch on the Parrot Bebop 2, you are ready to fly. I'm not kidding you guys, it is that fast. I could not believe it. With the Bebop 1, you would have to wait and wait. Sometimes you couldn't get the GPS connection, so you had to move to a different location, etc, etc. But not with the Parrot Bebop 2. The Parrot Bebop 2 means business. So as soon as you switch it on, as soon as you open up that app, you have got direct GPS lock on and you are ready to go. No questions asked, no messing about. So it's very quick to get the Parrot Bebop 2 up in there. Now, the next thing what I noticed about the Parrot Bebop is the descent and the ascent of it. Now, it is very fast at ascending and it is also very fast at descending. However, if you know, just put a little bit of pressure, you know, basically, if you pull the, what do you call it, the joysticks, if you pull the joysticks all the way down, then it's going to go real fast. Push the joysticks all the way up, it's going and it's going to speed up real fast. If you do it slow, then you'll find this comes down precisionally, okay? So you pull the joysticks slow, it comes down slowly. However, with the Bebop 1, the Bebop 1 had this tendency just to drop, you know, like 3 times its own size. So 1 minute you'd be here, and then next minute you'd be right down there when you really wanted to go down like that. But the Bebop 1 is just not capable of doing that kind of maneuver, but the Parrot Bebop 2 is. So that was another thing what I was very pleased to say. Another thing I've noticed is with regards to the return to home feature. Now, when you activate the return to home feature on the Parrot Bebop 1, the Parrot Bebop 1, if it's not above 10 meters, then it will rise to 10 meters and then it will come back to the original point where it took off from, and it will hover above that point at 10 meters. However, Parrot is seemed to have increased this to 20 meters on the Parrot Bebop 2. So when you press return to home, and if your Bebop is not above 20 meters, then your Parrot Bebop 2 will rise up to 20 meters before it flies back to the original point that it did take off. Now, overall, I am very impressed with the Parrot Bebop 2. I'm very impressed with the point of interest feature. Oh my god, the point of interest feature is available on the DJI Phantom 3, but you've got to do a little bit of work, you know, in order to set that up. But with the Parrot Bebop 2, it's a simple case of open up the app, go into the flight plan, plan it all out, press play, and off your Parrot Bebop goes and does it. You can just sit back and relax. With the DJI Phantom 3 Advanced, then you know you've got to do a little bit of work there by aligning over the subject, coming out a few meters, and then activating the point of interest. So again, guys, it was only natural for me to upgrade from the Parrot Bebop 1 to the Parrot Bebop 2. It's because I was already familiar with Parrot's system. If I would have went with a system like Unique Breeze or the Dolby, is it? Yeah, the Dolby. Let me get this correct, the CO-Tex Dolby. Then I would have been learning a new system. And to be honest with you guys, I don't like learning new systems when I already know other systems. It's just because when I fly, I like to know what I'm doing, and when I take photos and videos, I like to know where my exposure compensation is. Yeah, sorry, is it exposure compensation? That's the one. Exposure compensation. I love to know where them features are, okay? So I'm happy that I've upgraded to the Parrot Bebop 2, and if you're thinking about buying a Parrot Bebop 2, I can honestly tell you guys, you will not be disappointed. If you're brand new to flying drones, the one thing what I will say is both the Parrot Bebop 1 and the Bebop 2 are very fast drones. I mean, they are very, very fast, particularly when it goes into a 30-degree tilt. When it's like that and it's flying through the air, that is so fast, and it may be, you know, difficult to control for a new pilot. So just be careful with that one, guys. When you get this, make sure you slow it down a bit, okay, if you're a new pilot, that is. But guys, yeah, you know, my review of the Parrot Bebop 2 is go for it. It is a great system. Parrot is a great company. The only thing I wish about Parrot is that they stop changing these apps with regards to updates and stuff like that, because it's a bit like you've just bought a new car, you're driving along, you get out of your car, you get back in, and Parrot's, you know, changed things around your dashboard, so you no longer know where your radio is, you no longer know where your glove compartment is, you know, that kind of stuff. So Parrot, guys, just stop changing the apps all the time. Again, we're used to our cockpits. Okay, anyway guys, I've got the things to do today. Thank you for watching my review of the Parrot Bebop 2, and please subscribe to the channel. Catch you all later, guys.